The River 95.5, 106.3. Good Thursday morning. I'm Nathan. Hope you're doing well. We're all about the music, and of course, we're all about you. And from time to time, we have sponsors of the River on our air to talk about their business and how they can benefit you. And right now, we have Matt Kaufman of Kaufman & Kaufman LLC. They specialize in workers' compensation cases right here across the Roaring Fork Valley. And did you know that right now, this time of year, is one of the busiest times for workers' compensation cases? Good morning, Matt. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So why is now the time when a lot of workers' compensation cases are being handled across the area?
Well, the biggest thing is, end of the year, the insurance companies love to settle cases, and they want to close cases, towards the end of the year so that way they can assess premiums for the next year. And so right now, and actually the month of December and November are really big times for settlement. There's a big issue for the insurance companies to try and close those claims. And so if someone does have an open workers' comp case at this point and are looking like it's going to close soon, right now is a really good time to contact an attorney to try and settle it and maximize what you might get in the end.
And why is that?
Well, workers' comp claim is kind of difficult in Colorado. The insurance companies definitely have the upper hand. And so it's important to have somebody at least review your case and see what's going on, because with the insurance company taking so many turns to try and close cases down prematurely, it's best to have somebody in your corner to try and fight for your rights.
Now, we have listeners maybe on their way to work right now or on their break from the overnight shift. What should they do first if, heaven forbid, they're injured on the job?
Right away, you need to report your injury in writing to your employer. Now, most employers have forms set up for that given to them by the insurance company called a first report of injury. But a lot of employers drag their feet there, so if they don't do a report of injury, it's important for an injured worker to go ahead and do a report themselves in writing, and most often within the first 4 days. There could be some penalties if you don't do it right away.
And are there benefits that someone can expect if they're injured on the job?
Well, there's three main benefits that you're entitled to if you're injured on the job. The first thing is that 100% of your medical benefits should be covered. There should be no out-of-pockets, deductibles, copays, or anything like that. The second thing is 2/3 your average weekly wage, tax-free, up to a state maximum. And then the last thing is if there's any permanent disability, which a lot of claims do sustain some permanent disability, a person's entitled to be paid for that as well. But those are the three main benefits that you get. Again, medical 100%, 2/3 your average weekly wage while you're out of work, pursuant to a doctor's restrictions. And then in the end, any permanent disability should be assessed and paid for by the insurance company.
So if someone calls you at Kaufman & Kaufman or goes to your website, coloradoattorney.com, what benefit would that provide?
The big thing is first knowing your rights. And so that's the first thing an attorney can do is help assist people in understanding how the system works, how to navigate the system and the pitfalls. But the second thing is if you're not getting the benefits that you're entitled to, which is very likely the case, it takes some time to get there, we can assist in getting that done. And if we have to, we can go to court to get a judge to rule in their favor. The big thing is, we need to kind of educate people to begin with. And I get a lot of calls for that reason. And, of course, we don't charge anything for that. But in the end, if we do need to get involved and fight for people's rights, then we can take it to an administrative law judge if necessary.
And that number to call again is 970-945-2396. You can look them up online at coloradoattorney.com. Now, we're going to get back to the music, but in 10 minutes, you might just think workers' compensation cases happen because of an accident, like a slip or a fall. But you'd be wrong. This is The River. Stay with us.